because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Lawrence down around his goal line. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Hardman on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is back to a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another tote for Etienne. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can
got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 1st down, Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Etienne once more. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A give running right, Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Going for it. Here's Etienne. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. 23 yards on the tuck and run. On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for KC. 46 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action now. Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. It'll be a 30-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Mahomes. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mahomes will throw.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mahomes.
Flush to his right.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Kansas City, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7, as that would officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Mahomes. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, 3rd-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Allen's got it complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The kick by McManus is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Mahomes now on first down. On the move to his left. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Herbert now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. He's got Allen. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Herbert throwing again. Give him another one right back to Allen. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Herbert on first down now. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Eckler. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Up the middle with Eckler.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
So out come the Chargers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Herbert, he'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Herbert back to the air. A little short pass. This is Everett.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Herbert.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, you might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Mahomes to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Second and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Chiefs,